This is a weird one. A Republican official in North Carolina was charged with felony child abuse after allegedly attempting to drug his own granddaughters with cocaine and MDMA. And he was caught out in a very kind of like darkly funny way. The situation is gross and scary, but let's jump to a picture of him and you'll quickly see that he's gross and scary. This is James Edwin Yokeley Jr., the chairman of the Surry County Board of Elections. And so he was, there was an investigation for what happened. He apparently flagged down police officers at a gas station. Okay, he said his granddaughters said they found hard objects in their milkshakes. So he starts this whole thing by like getting the cops involved. Surveillance footage is then checked, and investigating detectives reportedly saw that he had placed crushed pills in their drinks. Neither of his daughters, aged 15 and 16, actually swallowed the pills. So that is the only good news in this entire story. Well, I guess the fact that he was caught is also good news. But he was arrested and is currently held on a $100,000 bail. He faces 2 counts of contaminating food or drink with a controlled substance and felony possession of Schedule I narcotics. And he was apparently appointed to this position back in June, though the state official no longer appears to be one of his supporters. Dave Boliak, who put him in that position, called the matter very disturbing. He had previously run for a seat on the County Board of Education and had gotten about 27% of the vote. Now, he denies the claims that he tampered with the drinks, but apparently it's on surveillance footage. And I have tried to figure out, like, what was his goal here? Like, he doesn't seem to have actually wanted them to consume it, I guess. I mean, he flagged down the police, but like, did he want to sue the company or something by putting it in there and then pretending that it had just been in there? Like, was he hoping for some massive settlement? Or was he actually hoping that his granddaughters would consume it, but they discovered it because it wasn't crushed up finely enough? So then he runs and gets the police. Like, there's no good explanation for any of this, obviously, Elliot, but what do you think was going on?
I mean, who among us hasn't seen some children and thought, well, we should add something to there. I mean, it is absolutely evil and disgusting. But also, I think you're right that exactly what happened was he was like, I'm wanting to drug these children, and something in his mind knew that that was a bad thing. And then when they came out and said, hey, we found something in our drinks, I think it set off an alarm bell in his brain. And so he thought, okay, I need to get in front of this situation real quick and find the police officers. That way, if this develops any further, they won't think anything about me because I told them about it. So that would be my guess. I mean, the fact that he's trying to say that he's not guilty while there's actual surveillance footage of it, what I want to know is why those drugs and how did he get them? Like, what are we doing here? There is all sorts of unanswered questions. It all leads back to some of the most horrendous things you could possibly imagine. Also, I'm pretty sure I've heard a story about this in like recent years, and I don't remember the details of it. It was a very similar thing where they were children having a sleepover, and it was a grandfather or something adding something to the milkshakes or the smoothies or whatever it was. So it's like, what's going on? Is this something that these are the instances we're hearing about? Is this something that's happening more and more and we just don't know about it?
Yeah, I'm very confused. And again, every explanation is terrible. Like, whether it was like willing to risk their health to get money, or like, I don't know a lot about these sorts of drugs, but like, if it's coke and MDMA, was he hoping, well, like, was it a physical thing or something? I don't know. I don't want to speculate anymore. And again, he denies that it's true. So it's really going to come down to the tape, I'm sure. He says he was falsely accused. Based on the truth and facts, I remain prayerfully confident that I will be exonerated of all accusations levied against me. And again, if it turns out that the tape shows what it shows, the fact that you're bringing up prayer, man. And I will just say, I unfortunately, my father passed many years ago. If my father drugged my daughter, he would not have to worry about going to prison. Okay, he'd be going somewhere else very rapidly, is all I can say. Anyway, our country is filled with weirdos. That's my takeaway.